Very good morning to all. Myself Hariharan, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. So I'm going to present the topic in the subject code U18PEME13 Special Casting Process. First of all, casting, the general thing, the casting. So the casting, it's a manufacturing process in which a liquid material is usually poured into the molten stage. So, in this molten stage, which contains a hollow cavity of the desired shape, and then it will be allowed to solidify. So, after the solidification part is known as casting, the general thing. So after that, the castings is usually materials and the period of time setting, that is a squeezing time, solidification time. So then only it is able to uh, produce on different ways in this castings. So first of all, different type of materials they are used in the castings. The general thing, epoxy and concrete, plaster, clay, sand molding process. The different type of sand moldings. Sand is also it is one of the main thing in the casting processes. So it's the most often used for making the complex shapes that would be otherwise it will be difficult or uneconomical to make component in the different methods. Heavy equipment, it's like a machine tool, beds, ships, propellers, and larger number of most in this larger number of bodies in the machinery parts, it's going to be made like a castings. So that's why what all the parts they are going to be made like a difficult manner. So it should be it's given in this casting process like a simple method to produce a large number of quantities like in the castings. So after the producing the castings, they are going to be given the several number of technique to be followed in the completed shapes. Because mostly in the castings, it's one of this oldest method. That's 70 years, sorry, 7,000 years in this old process. It's serving the copper frac from this 3200 BC. So it's a history wise, it will be it's been to used to make process tools, weapons in this old generations, in this weapons and religious objects. So the metal casting, its developments can be traced. It's back to the Southern Asia like this China, India, and Pakistan. So in the Southern Asian traditions and religions, it will be relieved heavily on the state and relief casting. So these times were frequently made from a copper alloy and laced with this lead. It's the beginning of metallurgies of majority of castings. A simple one or two piece in this mold fashion from either and some of two pieces and ceramics. However, there is evidence I'm given, which is I'm given in this PPTs uh, in this ceramics and the evidence to loss wax castings and the investment casting processing in this method. So mostly several several uh, fetlings they are going to be chosen for this casting of the processings. So raw casting will be often this contain. It will be irregularities. It will be caused by the seams and imperfections in the mold. So after you're going to be making a molding process, what all the things, what are the factors should be needed in the castings? A lot of factors they are going to be considered. So pattern and molding process, sand, the choosing of sand, there are several categories, several factors to be implemented in this casting space. Now we are going to be see this slide coming into this casting process method, the casting method. So metal casting process being by creating a mold, which is the reverse shapes of the part we need. The mold is made from a refractory material, example sand. The metal is heated in and woven until it melts. and the molten metal is poured into the mold cavity. The liquid takes the shape of cavity. So, which is the shape of the part, it cooled until it solidified. Finally, the solidified metal part is removed from the mold. Simple things. So if you are going to be make is one of this castings ways, castings method, before that they are going to be produced. It is in this hot oven before it is molten stage. Because in this molten stage, if you had anything so like so silicon carbide particles or carbide particles, you are going to be increasing the strength of this given component. It is also possible in this stirring stage, or it is in this liquid molten stages. After that, already you are prepared like this pattern with this molten. There is a molten molding settings. After they are going to be the pore materials, they are going to be liquid into the molten cavities. After the solidification is completed, it will be take some of the time until it will be solidified. After you are going to be removed from this pattern in this uh, molten materials. So the complete product shape they are going to be getting. So finally, you are getting this complete shape. It is not a finished product. After additionally, some of this method technique to be used for the completion of this given castings product. So maybe the product, maybe the machining method, it will be taken, or it's a fine polishing method, or if you add is anything like your assembly in this component, it is also possible in that inner hollow material or thickness is different thickness variation in the casting products also possible in the initial stage of this castings. So a large number of metal component in design we use every day are made by castings. The reason for this include. So I am giving this. What about the reasons? So number one, it is a casting can produce very complex geometry parts with internal cavities and hollow sections. So in the hollow sections and internal cavities, there will be a thin layer or thick layer. It's also possible in this during this type of very complex geometrics or the assembled shape is also possible in the castings method. And it can be used to make small, that is a few hundred grams to very large size parts. It's also possible. So it is economical with very little wastages. So that means suppose if you once you are going to be complete, it's one of the section in this through the casting method, wastages, the excess removal of material or the machining process, a lot of material, it is going to be, it's not, it is a waste things. It is a recycling one. It will be a recycling process also going to be implemented in this casting way. So there is no more wastages will be there, 100%. And cast metal is isotropic because in this isotropic means they are having one of this heat treatment process, or it will be additionally the crystallization, the crystallization process. So in this crystallization process, it will be the structures, it is in this isotropic manner. So what about these properties they are having initially, the physical or mechanical is along with this direction. What about this direction mean? The equal direction of stress induced in that given component through this casting basis. The common example is given like a door handles, locks, the outer casting are the housing for the motor pumps and wheels of many cars. It's also the heavily used in the toys industry to make the parts, example toy cars, planes, and so on. So different types in this castings and their advantages, different types. So what are the types? It is in this given. It will be separated in this processing space. So what all the process is that like in this process, sand, shell mold, expandable, plaster, ceramic, investment, permanent mold, dye, and centrifugal. So in that different type of casting processing, and in this casting process, it's a simulations uses the numerical methods to calculate what about the cast component and quality considering and mold filling, solidifications, cooling, and provide the quantitative predictions of castings in the mechanical properties, thermal stresses and distortions, and it will be accurately describes in a cast component quality up front before the production starts, the accuracies. So this has the benefit beyond this reductions in pre-productions. The sampling as the prices, the layout of this complete casting, the energy, material, tooling for the savings also. And several software is also there for this initially developed in this 70s. It's mainly it is in this Europe and US. It is innovations in this casting technological, so such as AutoCast and Magma. It's also the software available for the foundries, the mold or die during this casting processings. First of all, the process like sand. So what about the advantages we are using the sand? It is a wide range of metals, size, shapes, it in the low cost. So disadvantages mean poor finish, wide tolerances. The example they are given heavy section, that is like a engine blocks and cylinder head. So in the sand molding process, the mostly 80% the process they are going to be carried only the sand in this current industries they are going to be taken because the bulk material, the bulk sections going to be made like in the sand phase. But the disadvantage is like the spore finish white tolerance because you are given this excess amount of thickness, excess amount of tolerance we are going to be provided to make a component. After that, whatever the dimension you need, it will be higher than the dimension they are going to be produced in the sand castings. So after the finishing of sand, we need the additional requirement should be needed like a machining process, polishing process, removal process should be needed, must needed in the sand casting processing. So after that, it will be very much useful. So mostly the 80% industries, they are going to be finished like a process in the sand method only. Shell mold process. It's a better accuracy, finish, higher productions rate and limited part sizes only. It will be connecting rod, gear housings. It's an example. So better accuracy. So it is in the shell mold process. It will be limited process only. The limited process only. There is no more higher amount of process they are going to be carried out at a certain time in the casting process. Expandable pattern. So in the expandable pattern, it's a wide range of metals and sizes in the shapes. So that means the ranges will be very more sizes and shapes will be very more means as the patterns must be having this very low strength. So that is the disadvantage. So what about the component? It will be a cylinder head and brake components for the expandable. Plaster mold. So heavy complex shapes, it's also possible with good finishing surfaces. They are using the disadvantages. It will be non-ferrous metal, a low production rate. That is only the disadvantages in this plaster mode. So prototype of mechanical components maybe is more like this plaster. Next one is ceramic. So in the ceramics means as it will be complex shape, higher accuracy and good finishing also ceramics. And they're having this very small sizes of components going to be made like the ceramic process. That is injection mold tooling and impellers for the example. Investment, it is mostly in this using this current trendy processing, this investment casting method, very complex shapes and excellent fine finishing in this process. Very small parts, it, in the small parts only they are going to be given the full of processings, and it's very expensive of the process in the castings way, the investment like jewelry and permanent mold. In the permanent mold, it's a good finishings and low porosity and high production rate. It's a cost wise, it's very cost. The mold cost is very high, and simpler shapes only is going to be made like a permanent mold, like a gear and gear housings. It's an example. Next one is die casting process. It's a excellent dimensional accuracy and high production rate. So costly dies. The die cost is very high in the die cost, and then it's a small parts and non-ferrous metals. So what about the component? It's a very precision gears and car wheels, camera bodies can make by using this die casting method. Centrifugal, vertical centrifugal, horizontal centrifugal, the universal, a lot of centrifugal, different types will be there in the centrifugal casting. But the advantages like the large cylindrical parts and with good qualities. We are using the cylindrical, it's a very larger parts, very lengthy parts like steels. It's very expensive and limited shapes of products is going to be made like a centrifugal, pipeline, boilers, flywheels. It's also, it is one of these very important example of this centrifugal castings. It will be a systematic diagram for the general castings technique. So what about the general castings technique? In the technique, like using metal, it's a main thing. What about you are choosing of metal and choosing of sand? What about the pattern? Different type of pattern, different type of sand is that. What about the sand selections method? In the selection of sand method, different grain structures will be there in this sand. Fine grain, so too fine grain, partially grain, and which type of sand is one. And what about the pattern? Different type of pattern is there. What type of application you are going to be choose in this type of casting method? So the same pattern, same application of pattern, they are going to be chosen before that the castings. What about the temperatures? What about the material you are going to be selected? The temperature of that materials. So these are all very important criteria for before the castings technique. Metal. First, metal. What about the alloying agents? Heat the metal, charging, and melting this metal. That is up to this your liquiding stage. Sand. Add the sand. It is a binders, and what about you are having this? It will be add the sand, sand additives, and mixing the sand and pattern. That is going to be the mold assembly, the mold handling. It will be going to be make a pattern. So the core making. After the core making, the liquiding material, the liquid into the cavity, whichever you are going to be provided like the mold assembly sections pattern. So after the molten material, it will be feeding into this mold cavity. It will be taken some of this curing time. So it is a powering. After it will be the shake out this pattern, shake out this mold assembly. So the finishing products will be given. If you want to given this additional treatment of heat treatment, it will be available. So it's strengthening this materials after the inspections and packaging to the shipping level. So that is the systematical level, the general thing, general in the castings. It will be like a sand casting, the general technique in the sand casting method. Classifications in the processes. So what about the classification? It is a conventional sand molding process. Conventional sand molding process. Conventional sand molding, it's a green sand, dry sand, flaskless molding sand. Next one is chemical sand molding process. In the chemical method to be followed, shell molding, sodium silicate molding, and no-bake molding. Next one is permanent molding process. In the permanent means it is a gravity die casting, low and high pressure die castings. Special casting process like low vast ceramic shell, evaporative pattern, vacuum seal molding, and centrifugal casting. So it is a special castings process. So what about the advantages by using in the castings method? Basics things in this advantages. What about the advantages mean? Very thin sections, because the flowability of liquid metal can be caused by the metal casting process, which otherwise are difficult to produce by other shaping process. Intricate and complex shapes can be made by this process. Any material that is ferrous, non-ferrous to be cast. The tooling required for the casting mold are very simple and inexpensive. As a result, for the production of a small lot, it is the ideal process. There are certain parts to be made from the metal and alloys that can only be produced this way. Size and weight of the product, it's not a limitation for the castings method. Mostly in the castings method mean any desired shapes. It is a heavy or assemble thin sections going to be made like this one in this castings method. Recycling of the process is also possible. Heat treatment process, the reversible heat treatment process also is possible in this advantage. A limitation means the dimensional accuracy and surface finish. Initial of this component to be made in the castings method, it's a poor finishing, surface finishing will be there. We need this additional requirement to be finished that component. It's investment casting and vacuum seal molding process, shell molding process. It is also some of this process of this die castings. It's a metal, it's a labor inexpensive in this process. What about this shape producing process? The general shape producing process. The shape producing process, it will be four basic categories. Four categories. One is casting process, material removal process like a machining, deformation process like a forging, extrusion, rolling, consolidation process, welding, material and mechanical joining process. So these are all the four basic categories in the shape producing method. This all the in this a mechanical term, the shape produced to be over. The decision should be made after all alternatives and limitation are investigated. So these are all the family, subgroup, and typical process. Whatever is seen in this last slide of shape producing method, like a casting, material removal, deformation process, and consolidations processing also. First, castings. If you are taking the casting, they are having the two subgroups. One is expandable mold and multiple use mold. Expandable and multiple use. So expandable, if you're taking the expandable, that's a sand casting, shell casting, investment casting, lost foam casting processing. It is expandable mold. Multiple use. Multiple use means we can changing the dies and permanent mold. We can using this cyclically like a die casting and permanent mold casting. They are using the multiple used. Second, material removal process. This is one of the shape producing method. Material removal. One is mechanical machining, non-traditional machining, NDT. Mechanical machining and non-traditional machining. So the mechanical machining is very well by using this operation like a turning, milling, drilling, boring, sawing method. Traditional, non-traditional. It's a mostly etching process, electro polishing method, electro discharge machining, water jet machining, laser beam technology. So these are all they are going to be changing the shape in this given material process or the material removal method. It's one of the shape producing method. Next one is deformation. In the deformation process, hot bulk forming, that is a hot working and cold working process in the deformation. For example, the hot working process, forging, rolling, extrusion. Cold working process also both in the rolling processings and forming. So rolling, forming, swaging, wire drawing method, and deep drawing method. These are all, it's a deformation method. We are given additionally, we are given this additional force, additional pressure to provide to changing this original dimension, like using this hot condition and the cold condition processing. Consolidations process. In the consolidations means as like a joining of the processing, like a welding. It's one of the joining. So if you're taking this welding, what is a typical process is there? Axi fuel, arc, plasma, resistance, and laser. Lot of welding technologies there is in this current trendingly. They are using like a friction welding, friction stir welding, spot weldings, and diffusion bonding is also one of these consolidation processings. Next one is brazings, soldering, adhesive bonding, and mechanical joining process. For mechanical joining process, mean it will be discrete fastens and integral fastens, press fit, and shrink fit. So these are all the family groups. They are having shape producing process in the term in the mechanical ways. Basic requirement. What are the basic requirement is that it is the six basics requirement is there. One is mold cavity is produced having the desired shape and size of the part. Next, melting process, powering technique, solidification process, mold removal, and then fine finishings method. Sixth one is fine finishings method. So now we are going to be looking to this casting terminologies. First, we can see this diagram. Cross-sectional of a typical two-part sand mold indicating various mold components and terminology. If you are seeing, first one is a pattern, core print and parting line plus core, like a core box. It's a completed casting. Second, it's a boxes like a cope drag. In the cope drag, they are using parting line and flask. In the molding setup, pattern, core box, vent hole, runner and riser, flask, sand, parting line, choke, mold cavity, core sand. So first, so just to imagine, cope and drag or core boxes, core and drag. Cope means top of the section, top of the box. Drag means bottom of the box. After you are going to be filling in this core boxes like sand. So what type of sand you are selected, just you can fill with the sand. And hand hammering, they are going to be used to given some of this pressure, they are going to be given to fill up in this equalized in this core boxes. Pattern. So pattern, what type of component you needed, that kind of same component should be fixed in the core boxes. So in this, what type of different type of pattern is available? So which type of pattern you needed? That is, it will be single pattern or multiple pattern. So different type of patterns, sir. Which type of component you needed? That kind of same, like a same Xerox. It will be same as, it will be mirror as the component. So you are going to be given this impression of the same pattern to this sand. After that, you are going to be given this two holes. It will be runner and risers. Two hole, they are going to be given runner and risers hole. After you are having this molten material, that is a molten material, they are going to be filled with this bowering basin, and it will be the runner way. It is the gating system they are going to be provided. The runner way, they are going to be filled with this completed shape. After that, they are going to be in overflow. That is in this open riser. It will be indicating that it is the overflow of the component. After it will be curing, they are going to be given some of this time to reveal after the completed shape of this component. Runner, riser, vent, drag, cope, draft. So risers, it will be riser. They are indicating this like a screw which placed that the part of this casting solidified in this last. So the riser, it will be take of the shrinkage of the solidified material. The vent, it will be given this small opening. They are given in this vent because in this the air gases as that. So vent hole, it is not only a single hole. Suppose if you have, that will be given lot of vent hole, they are going to be provided. It will be escaping the air and the gases. Next one is drag. It is a bottom, and horizontally it will be a portrait mold. Cope, it will be a top of horizontal, and draft, it will be given this allowed drawing from the sand technique. So already the flow chart they are given. It will be a flow diagram to produce a sand castings method. So what about this mold process preparations? Molten material. It is a molten metal to reinforcement, and mold is dressing and poured material into the mold. Allow the molten metal in mold to solidify. Knock out the mold. Sand reclamation. Clean the sand casting. finish the casting. So it is a general technique by using this casting in the sand method. So whatever additional of the process, if you needed this material wise, strengthening wise, if you had the composite, is also possible at the stage of molting stage in this material, given material. So sand castings. So in the sand castings, mostly more than 80% of the process, they are going to be done in the sand manner. Different type of sand castings there, lot of sand castings. So they are given a different setup in the sand casting process. Different type of sand castings there. One of the process like structures in the sand. What type of structure the sand is having initially? It is a grain structures. Like a grain structure, it will be fine grain, two grain, very fine grain sand. Mean it is not suitable for the casting method. Is the it is a one of the factor in the sand casting. It's one of the metal casting of the process also in the sand. It is one of the metal casting process. Whatever the metal casting process mean, mostly it is a characterized in the molding method. It is also referred to an object. It will be produced through the sand castings method, like specialized factories and foundries. Over it is produced in the sand casting processing. It is sand are relatively cheap. It's a most important thing. Sand will be cheaper. It is one of the main thing, and it will be sufficiently refractory. It is even for steel foundry. It's going to be used. In addition to the sand, a suitable bonding agent. It's a mixed or occurs with the sand. So the mixture, it is moistened typically with water, but sometimes with other substance to develop the strength and plasticities with this clay, and contain the system of frames of mold boxes are known as flask. So the mold cavities and gating system are created by the compositings, and it will be around, it will be a pattern by using this uh, 3D method or sand by 3D printing method is also. Basics process like using in the stand. It is given to several type. One is a mechanical drawing of the part and core part and drag plate, core boxes, core alls and pasted together, cope ready for sand, and cope after remaining with the sand and removing pattern, sprue and risk, and drag ready for sand and drag after removing the pattern. They are given with the score setup in place and complete assembly, and overall casting is going to be removed. They're going to this heat treatment, and they are going to be final process. They are going to be given the additional excess of material. They are going to be removed. It's as simple as in the sanding method. Uh, they are using the natural or synthetic sand, lake sand. It will be called as the lake sand, natural or synthetic sand, which is mostly refractory material. It will be called SiO2, silica sand. So the sand grains must be small enough so that it can be packed densely. However, the grains must be large enough to allow the gases formed during the metal powering to escape through the pores. Larger sized molds can be used with this mixture of sand, clay, and some of water. It will be reused, and excess metal powder is cut off and reused also for the sand. So both the material and your sand is also both are, it is given recycling of the process, reused one. That is a main important thing in the sand casting. It will be cheaply available and reused. It is a main thing in the casting. The basics process in the castings like uh, simple technique. It's a sand is to create the mold, incorporate the pattern and sand in a gating system. After it will be remove the pattern, fill the mold cavity with this molten metal, allow the metal into this coolest stages, that is a squeezing time, and break away the sand from the mold to remove the castings, and to continue. So that is the important thing in the sand castings method. Steps in making the sand. One is pattern making, core making, mold preparation, melting of metal and its powering, finishing of castings. Pattern making. So in the pattern making, it's a very important thing in this. It is a physical model they are given to be produced by this metal castings. It's an uh, replica of this cast products. Mostly the pattern, it's using wood, metal, or plastic such as expanded polystyrene. So it can be stickled into the shape. So the metal to be cast will it is a contract during the solidification, and it's maybe non-uniform due to uneven cooling. Therefore, the pattern is must be slightly larger than the finished product, and the different contraction it will be allowances. Different scale rules are going to be used in this metals, and metal alloy contracts by an amount of distinct from all others. So the pattern so also have core print which is created the registers within the mold into which are placed sand cores. Core making. So after it will be allows the castings can produce with the help of introducing the core in the cavity, it will be produced in the mold. The core are usually made of sand which are placed into the mold cavity to form the interior surfaces of the castings. So after the core print, it will be registered in the same sand. They are going to be removed. The sprue they are going to be used to remove the pattern accurately. And then the mold preparation. So, and then the mold preparation, some of the mold they're having, there is no more solid parts. It will be having this hollow parts will be there. The mold productions, it's initiated by placing the pattern in the mold box, and then the pattern is packed in sand aggregate. The sand aggregate, it will be consist of sand, binder, and moisture. Next one, the melting of metal and its powering. After the before the preparation, the material they are going to be given in the hot chamber. So the preparation of mold, it will be a molten stage. It will be simply melting one. It will be a melted. It's poured into this molding box to produce the casting. Suppose they are after the molting stage mean they are forming dust. They are going to be forming in the apart from the surfaces of the molding. So the surfaces they are going to be removed after the dust going to be removed after they are going to be liquid material they are into the cavities in the mold cavities. Next one is finishing of casting. After the solidifications of casting in the mold box are opened and casting is knocked out from the sand aggregate. The solidified casting needs cleaning as the burnt sand aggregate sticks on the casting surfaces. So that is the overall processing. After what about this pouring, cleaning, melting, pouring, mold preparation, cleaning and finishing. So these are all the common things. Next one is pattern. It's a very important thing in the pattern. The pattern is the principal tool during the casting process. It is the replica, the object to be made by this casting allowance modification. The main modification, the additional of pattern, it will be allowances and provisions of this core printer. The functions, what about the functions they are given? A pattern means it will be prepares a mold cavity for the purpose of making a casting. Number two, it may contain the projections known as core print if the casting requires a core and need to be made hollow. Runner, gates, risers, they are going to be used for the feeding to this molten material into the mold cavities, into the what about this impression they are given from the pattern. It's properly made and having finished and smooth surfaces, it will be reduced casting defects. A properly constructed pattern, it's minimize the overall cost of the castings. So it is a main important of this pattern function. If one of the pattern will be having, that will having, it will be lot of material they are going to be used like a pattern. Different type in pattern is also there. With different material, different types in the pattern. So overall in this pattern mean what type of structures, what type of component they are having mean that is original design same as the mirror component like in this pattern. So that pattern means it will be avoid from this defect. It is main important defect. So in this in this casting method, suppose if you done it is any one of the steps, it will be going into the wrong, means everything should be fault, because the casted product they are going to be rejected. So that's why the casting it will be avoiding this defects. We are given this the best pattern. So pattern materials it is what about the functions in this pattern materials? It's maybe constructed from the variety of materials, the wood, metal, alloys, plastics, and plaster of Paris, and plastic and rubbers, wax and resins also. What is the functions? Means easily worked, shaped and joined, lightweight in nature, strong, hard and durable, resistant to wear and abrasion, resistant to corrosion and to chemical reaction, dimensionally stable and unaffected by the variation in temperature and humidity, available at low cost. So that is a main important thing in the pattern material we're going to be choose. Allowance, the pattern allowance, so it is very important. Allowance, it will be a features, it will be affect the dimensional characteristics in this castings. So when the pattern is produced, the certain allowances must be given on the size specified in the finished component like drawing, so that the castings with the specification can be made. So the shrinkage or contraction allowance, draft or taper allowance, machining or finish allowance, distortion or camber allowance, wrapping allowance. So these are all the allowance to be considered to finishing the score boxes for during this casting technique. So what is the steps to be followed? A pattern is always made larger than the final part to be made. The excess dimension is known as pattern allowance. The excess of dimension. We are not going to be given this perfect dimension of the same given component. What about the component size, component dimension you needed? Apart from the size, apart from the thickness should be given in the pattern. Shrinkage, it will be allowance, so it will be take care of contract of castings which occurs as the metal cools at room temperature. Liquid shrinkage, it is reduced volume when the metal changes from liquid state to solid state. A riser which feed the liquid metal to the casting is provided in the mold to compensate for this. Solid shrinkage, it will be reduction in volume caused when metal loses temperature in solid state. Shrinkage allowance is provided on the pattern to account for this. The shrink rule is used to compensate solid shrinkage depending on the material contraction rate. So up to this slide, up to this session, we are going to be seeing general thing in this casting technique, procedures, factors, patterns. So these are all very important thing in this basics thing should be needed to learn the castings. Thank you so much.